student joining us today. So we'll be starting shortly. We are waiting for all the attendees to join in. Meanwhile, please, I'm dropping the attendance link for all of you. Meanwhile, you all have to fill the link with appropriate name and registration number so that we can have a record of it. So it would be circulated twice or thrice. If by any chance you miss on to it, you can later do it as well. But this link has to be shared. There are two links which will be shared throughout the masterclass. One would be for attendance and another would be for feedback. Both are mandatory. So please make sure you stay till the end of the session and go ahead and fill the feedback link as well. So for now, reiterating it that I will be sharing with you the attendance link for now. It's there in the chat box. And we're waiting for another 2-3 minutes and we started with the session. Very good evening, everyone again. So I've shared the link with you, the attendance link. Please make sure you fill it with the correct name and the registration number. The link is there in the chat box. Dear students, you're supposed to fill your attendance in the link only. You're not supposed to share the registration number in the chat box. Kindly check the link. I'm sharing it again. Your attendance should be filled in link only. There is no criteria of you writing over the registration numbers here in the chat box. So kindly take care of the link that I'm sharing again. So once again, good evening, everyone. I hope you all have filled your attendance link. Do not worry, I'll share the attendance link in next 5 minutes. And once again, I very warmly welcome to all the students joining us today. We are thrilled to introduce this highly anticipated masterclass designed to inspire and provide invaluable insights that will elevate your skills and knowledge. We are living in an era where technology isn't just changing, it's accelerating. We have all heard the buzzwords ChatGPT, Midjourney, LLMs, but today we are moving past what and diving deep into how. Our session on generative AI practical insights beyond academic theory is designed to take you out of the textbook and into the driver's seat of modern innovation. So before we move ahead, it is my pleasure, it's my great honor to take a moment to acknowledge the visionary leaders whose guidance and encouragement continue to shape the journey of the Center for Distance and Online Education. We take great pride in recognizing the distinguished leadership of Honorable Chancellor and Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, Dr. Ashok Kumar Mittal, worthy Pro-Chancellor, Colonel Dr. Rashmi Mittal, and respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Jaspal Singh Sandhu. Their commitment to excellence ensures that we remain at the forefront of education. We also extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Pavitra Prakash Singh, Director at Center for Distance and Online Education, and respected head of the wing, Ms. Gini Nijhavan, Center for Distance and Online Education. Respected head of the division, Mr. Manish, Center for Distance and Online Education, thank you for your constant support in making such high impact learning opportunities possible for our students. Now, to lead us on our journey into the world of artificial intelligence, we call it as AI, we are joined by a practitioner who has spent years bridging the gap between emerging technologies and real world success. Mr. Tejinder Singh is the founder of the Growth Lab. He's an expert in digital innovation and entrepreneurship, focused on empowering individuals with practical skills that the modern industry demands. Mr. Singh, we are thrilled to have you here to show us how the pros actually use these tools. The floor and the screen is yours, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So I'm also equally thrilled to be part of this workshop. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to this masterclass. And I would also like to thank the entire LPU online team for having me for this workshop, for conducting this workshop. Uh, so before I start with this workshop, so let me just uh, tell you what all I will be covering in this workshop for in the next about 1.5 2 hours. So this is not a theory class. This is a proper master class where I will be taking you using different tools and how you can use tools to utilize for your daily usage, right? So let me just share my screen and tell you what all things I have uh, you know prepared for this particular masterclass. So this masterclass is not only about what is AI, how to use AI, but I will be taking, in different. I'll take different parameters of AI, like how do you do a prompting framework, what are the real workflows you can use AI, and I will be taking you on a ride to use how tools, different tools you can use to make your life better, to make your life easy. So I have a list of 9 tools, exactly 9 tools to be covered in this masterclass. And we will do something live also. Everything is live, there is no theory at all, and everything will be done in front of you, right? I'll start with the RCTFC prompting framework. I understand that you use prompting a lot, but how to actually do it, which can give you 10x better results. Then I'll tell you how, if you have a lot of assignments. I've been told that Most of the students are from MBA and MCA background. They are pursuing MBA and MCA. So this particular workshop has been designed wherein I'm trying to pick up any problem you have while facing your assignments or preparing yourself for different presentations, and then how you can use AI to actually do a lot of work in just minutes. So I have prepared for this. We'll have some case studies also how you can create agents to actually different tasks. Then you have the text prompt, how to actually write the prompt, how to connect all the tools together and create a one particular workflow, right? Then I also have prepared one thing wherein a lot of you will be appearing for interviews going forward. So how you can pick up a JD from any LinkedIn, and you can ask AI to do everything, like from creating your CV, from researching about the company, and to even have a mock interview with you, right? And some tools which probably you might not have heard about, but I have covered these tools like Cowork, OpenClaw, and ChatGPT Canvas. Uh, and lastly, I have prepared one playbook for you guys, which I will be sharing at the end of this workshop. Now, this playbook is specifically designed for you, wherein I have a lot of things. This is about 30 pages of playbook, wherein I'll be, whatever has been taught in this workshop, I have put everything on that playbook. So you can refer that playbook. I'll give it at the end of the workshop. I have four workflows with copy paste prompts. I have 40 prompt templates in that. Then agent blueprints, how you can create agents in AI. And I also have a 30-day AI challenge. Like in 30 days, you can become from just understanding AI theoretically to an AI generalist or an expert, right? So this is how this entire uh, workshop is designed. So what I'm going to do first is that I'll be starting with something called the framework, how to actually write a prompt. Now let me share my screen and take you to tool. Okay, before I do that, I just want to understand from all of you that what tool do you use for prompting? I just want to understand from you guys. I just want this workshop to be very, very interactive. I don't want to be a monologue. Let's create this workshop more interesting, because the more you tell me what level you are at, I'll be more than happy to tweak that for you guys. Okay, so chat gpt, Gemini, chat gpt, Claude. Okay. Okay, great, great. ChatGPT, Perplexity, great. Okay, Gemini, ChatGPT, great, great. Okay, somebody said black box. Okay, that's good. ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot. Okay, DeepSeek, great, great. Okay, thank you guys. So a lot of you I have seen in the chat box that a lot of you are using ChatGPT. Uh, but for this particular workshop, I will be sharing you a small insight that I would suggest people who are using ChatGPT to switch to Claude, right? And there's a reason why I'm telling you this is because ChatGPT uses 125K tokens and Claude uses 200K tokens. Now, to just give you to make you understand, so ChatGPT, let's say you have one person, let's say you have one person who you have hired for content creation, and that person is a fresher and has like read, let's say, two books on content creation, versus there is another person who you have hired. He is also a fresher but he has read 3 books on content creation. So obviously, the person who has read 3 books will be giving you more mature answers, right? So Claude is that person which has relatively better understanding of different topics when compared with other tools. Now, when I say this, I'm not demeaning ChatGPT. I'm not saying ChatGPT is not good. ChatGPT is good in certain manners, like if you really want to have simple answers, right? But for a deeper understanding, I would suggest to use Claude going forward. So, having said that, I let me share my screen and I'll tell you how to actually do a prompting. The first part is the prompting part. Now, why I'm using prompting first is because that will make the base of this entire workshop. Because going forward, as we are using all these tools, so what are we going to do is everything is prompting. If you understand prompting really well, I think you have cracked the AI game properly. So it becomes really important because I still see people writing very, very generic prompts. To tell you an example, uh, I will be sharing, let me share my screen. Okay. I hope you can see my screen. I have Claude. Now, this is the interface of Claude. I'll be using this Claude for the rest of the workshop. Now, this particular Claude has, I am using this Claude for a very long duration now. Um, let's say have, let's say I am an MBA student and I want to write a case study, right? Now, if I go down to Claude and let's say I write down a very simple prompt, okay, write a case study, right, on Zomato's marketing strategy, right? Now, this is a very, very simple prompt. If I press enter, it will give me a response, although it will not be a very, very thought out response, or it will not be the one which will be having a more mature content. So let us see what this does is, and I'll tell you how to actually make it more beautiful or more mature and better. So let us understand what this does is. So it is a very, very generic prompt wherein I've just write a case study on Zomato's marketing strategy. Now it is doing something and orchestrating, it is examining, it is doing some understanding some studies which are already available on the internet. Uh, it is taking a little time, but let us understand what exactly it is doing. So, if you really want to understand, now see it has gone down to Zomato's revenue, Zomato's Wikipedia, revenue model, how Zomato makes money in 2026, and it has gone to Statista, what are the revenues of 2023, and how Zomato revenue model evolved. So it has gone down to do some research, a little bit of research part, and now it is doing this, right? It is giving me a proper Word document. Okay, it will be giving me in a Word document. Why it is giving me in a Word document is because I use a lot of prompting on Claude, and I always tell Claude to give me in a Word document, because then I use the document to actually share it with my team members or the clients. So that's why, understanding my requirement, it has gone down to creating a doc file. But if you are using for the first time, it will not create a doc file. It will just give you a very simple answer, right? So till the time it does it, let me make you understand how a good, prompting is done. Now there is something called an RCTFC prompt. I'll write down here RCTFC prompt. Now what is an RCTFC prompt? RCTFC is a short form of role. What is R? R stands for role, right? So whenever you're starting with prompting, you have to make AI understand what role you want the AI tool to play. Let's suppose you want to create a content. So obviously you will ask AI to act as a content creator. If you want to research on a particular company, you tell the AI tool that you have to act like a research analyst. Let's say you want to do something in finance, right? You want to analyze some balance sheet, some company's balance sheet. So just write down the first line as act as financial analyst. So whatever different roles you want to play, so just type that here. Now here, since we have taken the example of Zomato's case study, what I'm going to do is, because this particular case study is who does this case study? It is done by a brand strategist. So what I'll do is I will write down you are a brand strategist, right? Okay, I'll open this a little later. Let us start with this. So you are a brand strategist, and you have an experience of more than 15 years, right? So I don't want very generic answers. I want really deep answers, who has done 15 years of experience as a brand strategist. You have worked, right, with brands like uh, let's say Lenskart or Boat, and let's say Swiggy, right? So this is the role I want the AI to play. Now the next C is, what is C? The C is context. C is the context. Now what is the context? You want to create a case study, but you have to tell them exactly what you are and what you want the AI tool to do. What is the context? I am an I am a MBA student. I'm an MBA student and analyzing a case study. No, not analyzing. Analyzing Zomato's marketing strategy, right? For a case competition. Let's tell them that we have a competition, right? Uh, we need to stand out from 20 other teams. Now, this is the context. You have given the context that I am an MBA student and I have to analyze Zomato's marketing strategy for a case competition, and we are competing with 20 other teams. So now this will make uh, this tool to go more deeper, right? Now, next is T. T is task. T is task. Now, what is the task? Now you have to tell AI what exactly needs to be done, right? So here you can write down in pointers. Your task is to, what is the task? You have to analyze marketing strategy of Zomato and understand following. What is, so now what do you want it to do? You want to understand what is the customer segmentation, right? What is their channel strategy? How, what channels are they using? And what worked and what failed, right? And let's say I also wanted to come up with one strategic recommendation, right? One strategic recommendation, right? Now this is the task. Now what is F? F is the format. What is F? F is the format. How do you want the output to come as? What is the format? Use use frameworks like STP, STP, and marketing funnel. Use frameworks like STP. STP is what is STP? STP is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Segmentation, targeting, and positioning. This is a very typical framework most of the companies use to create a marketing strategy and what will be the marketing funnel, right? And I also want, okay, now next is the last C. The last C is called the constraint. What is the last C? It is constraint. Now, what is the constraint? Now, uh, always what happens is even if you are using ChatGPT, the answers what you get, even if you have done a very good prompting, still there's something called a spillage. Now, what is a spillage? It goes out of the boundary and give you answers which or the content which probably you do not even require, right? So you have to create a boundary of that particular prompt. Now you do that by writing with a constraint. How do you do that is, okay, let's say you want to be specific with the data. So I'll write be specific with the data wherever possible, right? And I also want to challenge the assumptions. I wanted to challenge the assumptions, and I also want it to go so deep that don't give textbook answers. I don't want to give me a textbook answers. I want really deep answers. Now the first prompt what we written was write a case study on Zomato's marketing strategy. Now so we will be comparing this what it does. Now this is the RCTFC prompt, and let us see now what this does is. Now what is it is doing is it is going. Okay, it says let me pull some sharper, more current data points to make this genuinely competition winning, not the same recycled stuff every other team will present. Now it has started thinking, right? Now let us see what it is going. Zomato failed campaigns, marketing mistakes. Now I have excellent data, including field campaigns, specific metrics, and contrarian angles. Let me build a sharp, non-textbook case study document that a brand strategist would actually produce. It has gone deep, really deep. It is still going. See, it is using this. It is creating a competition grade brand strategist analysis of Zomato's marketing strategy with STP and marketing funnels. This is something which we asked it to do. See, it has started already creating that. So once it is done, what we'll do is we'll compare both the documents and we'll see how this makes the difference. Okay. So till the time it is actually creating this, because it will take a little bit of time to create this, because we have actually asked the tool to go so deep that now it is doing a lot of research before giving you the answer. I just want to understand, like, uh, are there any MCA students in the webinar? Can you please just write down yes, yes, okay, yes, yes, there are MCA students as well. Okay, so I have something for MCA students as well. Okay, thank you. Um And I've seen a few students, they probably have some understanding. I mean, they say that, I'm using a lot of English. Uh, I hope that I'm able to communicate well, or do you want me to switch to Hindi, English, or what? Okay, people saying English, English, Hindi. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just try to mix it up for everybody to understand because that's the objective. So now what I'm trying to do is, so let us see what Claude has done. Okay, Claude is still doing its part. So let us move on to an example which probably uh, maybe MCA students can actually use. So MCA students, like, you use a lot of technical tools or technical, lot of programming at your end. Probably there is something called an API, right? How many of you have worked on API earlier? MCA students, please. API use करते हैं आप? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. तो API, अगर if you want to create an API, let's say आप कोई एपीआई बनाना चाहते हैं जहाँ पे आप कुछ टूल्स को कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं, यू वांट टू create, let's say you want to create an app, right? And it is a task management app, something like Slack or Jira. uh, so for that, rather than giving another very simple prompt, now what you're trying to do is you are now trying to be a technical person here. Okay, now it has come up with the Zomato's marketing strategy, right? So it has created this doc. It says Zomato's marketing strategy, what the textbooks won't tell you. It has created 10 pages of this entire framework. The uncomfortable truth about Zomato's marketing: Zomato spent, right? Uh, Zomato spent 521 crores on advertising in quarter 3 of 2025 alone, right? And their Q4 net profit dropped to 39 crores from 175 crores the year before. The memes are working, the unit economics, that's the real question. This is the STP framework. How many are the power users? How many are weekend orderers, discount hunters, tier 2 and 3 explorers, dine out segmentations, right? Targeting, who gets the money? Zomato's media budget allocation tells you who they are really targeting, not what the brand tech says. So 60% of the spend goes to performance marketing, right? So MBA students who have done specialization in particularly marketing, this is the opportunity for you. 60% of the spend goes to performance marketing, Meta and Google Ads. 30% goes to organic channels, SEO, social and content. 10% on traditional and out of home, yani outdoor media. So how are they positioning themselves? And they have a little bit of identity crisis here because 2022 and 23 it was India's favorite food delivery app, but now they say that they are lifestyle convenience platform. So a bit of confusion there. Channel strategy, like, this is the marketing funnel analysis. People who are doing marketing will understand this. So there are three parts of the marketing channel: tofu, mofu, and bofu. So this is what they're doing in the tofu part, what channel they are using, what Zomato does, what are the data points and the effectiveness, and what are they doing in mofu and the bottom of the funnel, right? And section 3 is what worked and what failed, what actually worked, and why. SEO mode, they are the underrated winner. They are doing a lot of SEO in their app. If even if you go down to Google and type down, best Chinese restaurant near me, so there are a lot of chances that the first link you get is of a Zomato and not of the Chinese restaurant, because they really want you to order food from their app, right? Push notifications as a brand channel, they have a lot of push notifications. uh, Meme marketing at scale, using a lot of memes in their content. Blanket billboard campaigns. This was really viral a while back when they were using billboard campaigns. What failed? The Kachra campaign. They did it something on Environment Day that failed. So you have a lot of in-depth report in front of you, right? So now this particular marketing strategy, this is the actual marketing strategy what Zomato is using. It is so deep. It has done a lot of research, and now see, this is so deep. Even if you go down and read this particular strategy, I think that you will really understand how Zomato is working at the backend, right? Why did you choose Zomato instead of Swiggy, sir? I chose Zomato. You can go ahead and you can choose Swiggy. I've just shown you one example because this is just a 2 hours masterclass. So you can use any company in the world to do your analysis. You can use Swiggy, Blanket, whatever, Lenskart, Boat, whatever you want to do that. It will give you exact proper report, right? Okay. Now moving on to the next part. Now we are done with the RC TC the RCTFC prompting. Now we are moving on to the next part, wherein let us understand that how MC students can do their part. So I have something which is already, I have written one prompt because I come from a non-tech technical background. But having said that, I have built agents. I have built some things on Python as well without writing a single piece of prompting. I'll just open a new chart here, and let's say I am again. I'll go with the same prompting pattern, and I will say that what is the first R? That is the role. Now you are a what? A senior backend engineer, right? You work at company like, let's say, Razor Pay, and you have built and scaled APIs handling 10,000 plus requests per second, right? Okay. Now this is again the rule part. Now giving the context part, uh, I have something which is already written with me. So my context is that I'm an MCA student building a task management app as my final year project. My stack is Node.js, Express, and MongoDB at the backend. The project will be evaluated on code quality, error handling, architecture decisions, and the documentation. Right? So I have given the role, I have given the context. Next is what is the task? I want you to build me the complete REST API, right? I want to build, okay, one sec. I want you to build the complete REST API with proper project folder structure, user authentication with JWT, CRUD operations for tasks with input validations, error handling middleware, and inline comments. Right? Now, this is the tasking part. F is what is the format? So format here will be like we have already told that it needs to build the complete REST API. So, but I will definitely write down some constraints here. What are the constraints? So I want it not to use the TypeScript. Don't use the TypeScript. Don't use TypeScript. I am not familiar with it yet. Right? and follow REST naming conventions strictly, make it submission ready for university and portfolio worthy for job applications. Now, if I hit enter, now this is again a very, very deep and a big prompt. I think MCA students will understand this quite well, what it is going to do. So, the entire objective of telling you this prompting part is that instead of writing generic prompts, build me an application for, let's say, API, or write me a code for API. So you have to write it in a proper fashion. So this is something what AI understands really well. And when you start using this kind of a format, you will have better responses. You have more mature responses, something that really you're looking for. Right? Again, it has already started working on it. It is working on environment variable templates. It is doing its job. So till the time it does this jobs, let's move on to something else. I think it will take little time for it to build this entire thing. So for AB students, I've covered the marketing strategy part, and for MCA, we are just using this prompting part for creating this API application. Now, let's move on to the next part, wherein I'll be telling you, uh, I'll be now we are using Claude right now to do this entire thing. We will move on to the next tools. I'll be showing what Perplexity, Notebook LM, Claude, and Gamma, all these four tools can actually work for you, how you can use these four tools and connect these tools to do something for yourself, right? Now, what we are going to do is now we are going to do some research on Perplexity. We'll pick up some that research and bring it to Notebook, and we'll ask the Notebook to create a study guide, and then we'll ask Claude to write the assignment, and then Gamma to create the entire presentation. Right. So this is something there are four steps which are involved here. So let me go on to Perplexity. Let me open my Perplexity right now. One second. And why I'm using Perplexity is because I've already used Claude to work on something. I'll be switching to Perplexity. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So I hope that you can see my screen and where I've opened Perplexity, right? Now, one second. Yeah. Now, when you start with Perplexity, I'll just give you a little background on Perplexity. It is one of the tools, AI tools, very widely used tools, which is actually created by an Indian. And this is something, and people who have Airtel connection, they can use Perplexity Pro free for 1 year. And you just have to go down to their app and sign up for Perplexity Pro. Uh, and you can use all the pro features of Perplexity for free for 1 year, right? Now, when you are at Perplexity, you'll see a screen like this, right? And what I would suggest you is that you have to just click on plus here and go down and click on deep research. So we really do not want Perplexity to give us very simple answers and just give us really deep answers, right? Okay, now what I'm going to do is let's start with something what we can ask Perplexity to do a research part. Now, what is that research part? Let's say we want to understand the digital marketing trends in India. What are the trends right now? And we also really want Perplexity to focus on AI driven marketing, short form videos, D2C brand strategies, and performance marketing shifts, right? And we really want Perplexity to also use the what industry sources and the studies. Uh, what is the beauty of Perplexity is that if you go down to Chat GPT and write this particular prompt, Chat GPT will give you a very simple, immature answers. But Perplexity is one tool which will actually go down and do a deep research for you, and also will tell you that what particular website or a portal it has used to do the research part. The only thing is that you just have to click on that deep research, right? Now it is says it is gathering recent industry reports and sources on AI driven marketing, short form video, D2C, and the performance part. So again, it has started to do some research here, because we really want Perplexity to go deep and do a lot of research before giving us the answer. And let me see what Claude is doing right now. Okay, so it says Claude is saying that it is building a middleware layer, the security and the validation gatekeepers, right? Now, till the time Perplexity is doing this research, so I was just sharing what is the difference between Perplexity and ChatGPT. So Perplexity searches the real internet in real time and gives you answers with the sources. So every claim, what it shows you as a citation, and probably whatever Perplexity can do, if you just start doing Googling on that, it will take you about 45 minutes. But this particular tool can give you the same or even a better result in just about 2 to 3 minutes, right? Now, okay. Now it has come up with an answer, right? So this is the entire answer. So India's digital marketing in 25-26 is being reshaped by deep AI adoption, short form video as the default format, D2C brands, pivoting from pure growth to profitability and performance marketing, moving toward first party data, retail media, and privacy safe measurement, right? So, this is the entire marketing context. What is, as per ET Brand Equity Ipsos report, the digital ad spend in India is about 49,000 crores, which is again a growth of 20%. It has AI driven and Gen AI marketing, right? So different companies like Make My Trip, Oyo, Flipkart, Myntra, they're using AI driven marketing, and short form videos, how they are shaping the entire industries. Uh, Short form videos are they're using between 15 to 60 seconds. See how deep it has gone. So D2C brand strategies are there. What are the D2C brand strategies? Performance marketing shifts are there, what data, retail media, and measurement they are using. Privacy first party data and DPTP is already there. You know, see, okay, it has given you a table as well, which is a quick comparative view of the focus area, AI driven marketing. What's changing? It is giving you something in summary with a proper table here, right? And it even says that if you share your sector like B2B SaaS or beauty D2C and budget range, I can translate these macro trends into a 25-26 India specific playbook for you, right? So now this is something what Perplexity has given you. Now let's move on to the step number two, what we really want to do. Now the step number two is that we really want Notebook LM to create something for you here, right? Uh, okay, let me open Notebook LM. One second. Just give me a minute. It is still loading. Yeah. So let me share my screen before I move ahead. Okay, how many of you have used Notebook LM earlier and for what purpose? I just want to understand. For what purpose have you used Notebook LM earlier? Or you have not used Notebook LM at all? Type a yes or a no. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. No. So, okay. Notebook. Okay. So most of you are saying no. Uh, I understand. Notebook LM is something which is, I would say it is a hidden gem actually. And it has not come in front. It has not done a lot of marketing like the other tools have done, like ChatGPT, Grok, and Claude. But Notebook LM can do really wonders for you. You know why people how people use Notebook LM? If you go down to YouTube, uh, whatever YouTuber or any influencer you are following, what they do is they will pick up a video of any influencer. You can pick up a video, just pick up the URL of that video, go down to Notebook LM and paste that URL and tell Notebook LM to give the script of that particular video. Notebook LM will give you the entire script of that particular video. Now pick up that script, go down to Claude, or then write down that this is the script of the video. I want you to analyze this particular script and give me a script for, let's say, a 5-minute video. I want to put it on YouTube for my YouTube channel, right? So that is how you are connecting these two tools to work together. So Notebook gives you the script, and Claude's researches on that particular script and give you your script for that particular topic. And once it is done, they most of the YouTubers, what they do is they go down to again Notebook LM and tell Notebook LM that, you know, create a podcast style audio for this particular script with a new script. So Notebook LM will create an audio for you and will give you the audio file. Now what happens is they use different tools like, you know, Hagen, Higfields, which are video creation tools, and they put that audio file on that tools and tell them to create a video of their avatar. So they already have their avatar uploaded on that tools. Let's say they are using Hagen, and now what happens is Hagen will pick up that audio file, bring your avatar, and, you know, create this entire video for you. And now after that video is there, you can just download it and upload it on your YouTube channel. And this is how people are using. Okay, so we will let's see what we can do in Notebook LM. I hope that you, okay, I'm sharing the screen. Now this is my Notebook LM screen. I just go down here and I click on create new. It creates a notebook. Now what I'm doing is, uh, see, it has given a pop-up. It says create audio and video overviews from YouTube videos. The first thing what I was telling you, right? Right now we are not using this. This is a simple chat, right? Now it says upload a source to get started. What are I'm going to do is the prompt which, okay, the answer what Perplexity gave me, what I'll do is I'll put that into a Google Doc. Just give me a moment. I'll just copy that and put it in a Google Doc. Okay. One second. I've created the doc. Let me come up with the link. One second. Okay, so this is the link what I have given to it. Now, what Notebook LM is doing is it is actually okay. Now it has come up with India marketing industry. This is what, so it has already given me the summary of what it does. Now in the chat, what I really want Notebook LM to do is I want to create a guide, a study guide, right? I want this to create a study guide for an MBA student covering the key concepts. From these sources include main topics with brief explanations, 10 MCQs with answers, and 5 short answer questions for exam prep. Now, what you can do is, if I click here, it will start scanning the text. It will start creating a study guide for you. Now, how you can use this is, let's say you're given an assignment wherein you have to read a very lengthy case study or something, any topic. You can come here, upload the PDF here, and you can ask Notebook LM to create a study guide for you. So what it will do is it will actually summarize everything in that document. It will create some answers and some to the point important facts which are contained in the documents, and give you some questions and answers along with that. See, it has created a study guide here. Now, here is a study guide covering the key concepts from the sources, designed for an MBA student preparing for an exam on the Indian digital marketing landscape. So it has created part one as main topics. These are the main topics that have been covered here. Part two, now it has come up with MCQs as well. It has already given you MCQs with the right answers. And it has also given you some short answer questions for exam preparation, right? So it has come up with short answers and MCQs. So this is how you can use Notebook for doing that. So Notebook is actually really good when you're studying on particular topic, and you want it to make you understand about the topic and come up with some question and answer so that you understand it well, right? Now what are we going to do is, again we have to go back to Claude. And what are we doing? So we are going to step number 4, and we want to write the assignment with Claude. One second. So just because I have to respect the time as well, I'm not typing the entire prompt, but what I'll do is I have some prompts which I've already written for this particular workshop. I'll just copy paste there. Let me go down to Claude. Okay, Claude is still, working on that MCA project because it was really deep project. So it is still working on that. Okay, so let it work. What we are going to use instead of Claude, we can go down to, let's say, Perplexity to do that again. right? One second. I'll open Perplexity here. Now I come down to Perplexity. I wanted to use Claude, but Claude is still working on that API project. So let's see what Perplexity can do here. So I have this prompt already here, right? So you are a digital marketing professor at a top Indian B school with 12 years of industry experience at agencies like Dentsu and Ogilvy. I've already given it the role, and I've given this context. I'm an MBA student writing a 2000 word assignment on emerging trends in digital marketing in India, and evaluated on depth of analysis, recent data, original thinking, proper structure. Here is my research with the resources part. Okay. Here I have to prompt the output what Notebook LM has given. Here is my research with the sources. I'll just go down to Notebook LM and I will just write down, pick up the guide. Okay. I'll just paste the text here, right? So I pasted the text, entire text, what Notebook LM has given to me. Now, what is the task? Under this research, write the assignment with introduction that hooks with a surprising data point. Four main sections, each covering one major trend with examples and data. Implications for Indian marketers, conclusion with forward-looking perspective, and references list using sources from my research. Okay, now it is saying this question looks difficult. Even AI is saying that this question looks difficult, and it is asking me to upgrade to the pro level. That is why I was wanted to use Claude, since I have a paid version of Claude, but Claude is still working on that particular project. It is doing something on server.js. So let us see what it can do here. Okay, so it is coming up with some information here. Somebody has asked that Notebook LM is only taking from YouTube or others as well. So probably you can give any resource to Notebook LM. That was one example which I gave you for YouTube. But let's say you already have a podcast on Audible, you have a PDF file. You can upload the PDF file and ask Notebook LM to do the research and give you the study guide. So what exactly Notebook LM is? For that, Notebook LM can actually go deep into your resource, because Notebook LM cannot do research by itself, right? So that is why, while showing you the demo, we did the research first on Perplexity and not on Notebook LM. Notebook LM research is not that deep. The tools what I use for research is either Perplexity or Claude, and then I bring that research to Notebook LM, and then I ask Notebook LM to create a guide for me. I use Notebook LM to create different documents when I want to share something with my team, or when I want to share something with my client. So let's say we have done a particular marketing campaign on Meta for a particular client, and the client is asking me for, give me what we have done in the past 1 month. What is your marketing analysis? Now, what happens is I ask Claude to do that particular research for me. I give access to my campaign to Claude. Claude goes with reads all the numbers. give me a proper outcome. Then I bring that outcome to Notebook LM, and I ask Notebook LM to create a document for me. Now, Notebook will create a document, a simple document which probably a 15-year-old can also understand. So, because clients are not, they are not technical people, they are just businessmen or they are just the product owners. So, what you have to do is you have to create a document in a fashion where they understand what is going on. So, that is how we use Notebook LM. So, that is what Notebook LM is for. So you can use it for different purposes also. uh, Claude is still doing its own research part. So okay, so Perplexity has done what we had given it to do. So it has come up with the a 2000 word assignment. It has created this 2000 word assignment on introduction to India's always on, always digital consumer, right? What are the trends which are going on, right? Trend one, trend two, you know, trend three, D2C brands, trend four, what is going on in India, particular Indian market, implications for Indian marketeers, what implication it has, and the conclusion part, right? And along with the references. So it has created this entire 2000 page or 2000 word document for me. Now, what I really wanted to make you understand is that, like, we started this workshop by understanding the prompting part. Why we are getting so mature answers is that because of the prompting. Now, do you see the difference? I just want to understand from you guys that do you really see the difference? Have you used this kind of prompting earlier, or you were using very generic prompting? I just want to understand from you. Type and know if you were using generic uh, prompting earlier and now you understand what prompting you have to do. Generic. Yeah, generic before, very generic. I use very simple prompt earlier. Right. Mostly generic. I understand most of you are using very simple prompting. See, prompting, what I told you right now is also very simple. The only part is that now you understand that what language AI understands. Earlier, you were doing very generic part and you were getting generic answers. If your prompting is mature, you will have mature answers, you will have better answers. So that is the only thing what I wanted to highlight here. Going forward, when you are using different tools, any AI tool, so you have to actually make AI work for you. It is not the other way around, right? I'll just give you one insight here how I use AI. So let's say I want to do a research on, let's say the client has asked me to do a competition research, right? So what I'll do is I'll go down to Claude and I will ask Claude to do a competition research. I have my prompt already there. I'll create a prompt out of this format and I will ask Claude to do the research. Now what happens is Claude will give me its own understanding, but how you make AI think better is that the next prompt what I write is after they give you the answer is critically analyze your answer and give me the top five reasons why I should believe you, right? Critically analyze your answer, give me top five reasons why I should believe you. Now, this particular line, if you write to AI, what AI will do is it will go back to its own answer and critically analyze and will go much deeper and give you the reasons why it should believe you. And if AI thinks that the answer is still generic after the prompt you have given as per the RCTFC prompt, AI will go back and do a much much deeper research for you and will come up with such a beautiful answer that nobody will actually, you really cannot Google that, even if you end up Googling for hours and days. So that is the power of AI, right? So after this, I'll be, like I said, I'll be sharing you that Gen AI playbook. I have this entire format of the prompting uh, written down in that PDF. You can just go through it and then start writing better prompting. That's what I wanted to do here. Okay. See, Claude is still under, doing a lot of stuff here. It is giving me API public interface, testing file, readme file. There are some minor warnings, remove app error import. There's some technical process which is going on. Since I do not come from a technical background, I cannot tell you what exactly it is. But yes, let's wait a little more. This is particularly for MCA students. I know I've been talking a lot about MBA, but for MCA students also, this is very, very important. Okay, somebody said that, sir, can you tell me elaborate on what Notebook LM can do? Okay, once again, Notebook LM is a tool wherein you can ask Notebook. So, Notebook LM needs some content before it gives you the content, to put it very simple. So, why Notebook LM was created when Google already had Gemini was that this tool was created for basically who do deep research based upon their own documents, right? Like I said, Notebook will not go with a very deep understanding or a deep research. Notebook, you have to give data to Notebook LM. Once you give data to Notebook LM, then you can ask Notebook LM to do anything for you. Let's say you want to make a document, you want to create an ebook, you want to create a slide presentation, slide by slide content. You want to create an assignment, you want to create a guide, like we created a guide here to prepare yourself for that particular topic. So there are a lot of things you can do out of LLM. So you have to give Notebook LM an input, and then you have to define what is your output, right? Unlike other tools like Claude and Perplexity, wherein you can ask them to do the research part also, and they can do the research for you. So that is the only difference here, right? Will we be learning LLM, RAG, or ML? Okay, so to be honest, not in this particular workshop, since this workshop was designed to make you understand what all these tools can do for you. Uh, Possibly I can cover these topics as well, but maybe another workshop. Okay, what about agentic AI? Okay, I have agentic AI in itself requires a proper 2 hours workshop, but I'll try to come up with something. Let me see. Okay, MC students, you have to help me here as well, since Claude has come up with something. Let me share my screen with you. 1 second. Mm, Okay. Yes, agentic AI, I can have a workshop. Okay. So this is something what Claude has come up with. Because like I said, I am not too technical person here, but MC students might understand. It has come up with something like this architecture where what it has done, client request, security middleware, uh, it has done some authentication here, controllers. It has given me this particular uh, taskflow API.tar. This is a file to get running. What I have to do is every file explains the why behind each decision, not just what the code does, but why it's done. Okay. Okay. It has come up with some file here. Let me download this file here. Right. So it has given some commands here, to get running. These are some of the commands here. And you can run these commands, right? And once you run these commands here, you can get this entire workflow running. This particular project has 23 source files, about 2785 lines of source code, 521 lines of tests, fully documented. This is a proper documentation. So I think to get running, you need to do something a little technical here. What I can foresee is this is something what you have to write down in the terminal, if I'm not wrong. So, but it has entire thing, the layered architecture, validation, the cross-user isolation test, parallel query execution, and centralized error handling. So this entire thing has been done in just one particular prompt. What I wanted to make understand you is okay, CDs for Ubuntu. Okay, so what I wanted to make you understand is that this is what Claude can do for you, and this is how you can create your entire projects here, right? So whatever you have to do with this file, you can take it up on a particular software and you can run this. I think this is deploy. You just have to deploy this particular file, and you are done with this particular project of creating a task management app. What we wanted Claude to do was to create a task management app. Now it has given me all the 23 files to create this app, right? So this is something like I come from a non-technical background, but if somebody asked me to create a small app or maybe some small website, so I can just go ahead with writing a good prompt at Claude, and it can do the job for me, right? So this is how it works. So now let's quickly move on to the next part. Uh, right. Okay, so how many of you use, okay, tell me how many of you use Gamma for presentation purpose? Do you use Gamma? Yes, no, yes, no, no. Okay, still many of you are saying no. So, so Gamma is something what you can use to create presentations actually. So I'll show you one demo wherein we had asked Perplexity. One second. So Perplexity has given this particular uh, one second. I'll just copy what Perplexity has given us and put it on Claude. One second. Okay. One second. Okay. Let me share this. Okay, so can you see my screen? I have Claude. What I've done is the output what Perplexity has given us regarding that digital marketing landscape in India. So now I just wanted to create a proper presentation for me, right? So what I'll do is, what I have already done is, I have created an account on Gamma, and so Gamma is a freemium kind of a tool wherein to a certain extent you can use for free, but if you want a much deeper slides or more beautiful slides, then it is a paid version. So I am using a paid version right now, but even if you have a free version, that also works. What you have to do is once you create an account on Gamma, you have to come here, click on plus sign, and there's something called connectors. And in connectors, you will see Gamma. You just have to enable this. You have to switch on this particular button. By default, it will be off, but you have to click this button and connect Gamma with Claude. Now, what it will do is it will ask you for a certain authentication and connect Gamma with Claude. Now, what I really wanted to do is to create a presentation for me on that particular topic. So I have a prompt which is I've already written here. So I wanted to create a 10 slide professional presentation from this content. Title slide, one slide per major trend, implication slide, conclusion slide, concise bullet points, and clean and modern design. Now what it will do is it will start connecting Claude with Gamma, and now it will start creating a 10 slide presentation for me. So let us see how what kind of presentation it comes through. Okay, guys, can you see my screen? I think there was some problem. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So now see, this has come up with the presentation, right? If I click here, one second, okay. Now what has it has done is it has given me a screenshot of the presentation. I just click on edit in Gamma. It will give me a link, and it will ask open the link, and I'll show you the link. I'll just share my screen with you. Okay. See, this is the Gamma, and this has created a presentation for me. 10 slide presentation, emerging trends in digital marketing in India, 25-26, right? All these 10, see how it has also put in pictures here, all the numbers beautifully done, all the content. Now, if you see how beautifully it has eliminated long paragraphs and picked up just the points which are specific to a presentation, which are important for a presentation, right? So this is, now you have your PPT ready, you really want to present it, you are just done, and just click on present here and your PPT will start, right? So this is how these tools can work really well for you. Honestly telling you, if I have to prepare this kind of a presentation in Microsoft PowerPoint from scratch, I will take more than 2 hours to actually make this. But it has taken just not even 5 minutes here, and the entire presentation is in front of you. So this is how you can use it, right? Okay, so moving on to the next part. I will be showing you another tool which is called Claude Code, right? It's a very, very good tool if you really want to come up with some more deeper answers for this. So what I'm going to do is I will be again going back to so uh, I'll be going back to Claude here. I'll just open a new chart here. 1 second, let me share the screen. Okay, somebody has asked, so Gamma can be only used with Claude? No, no, no. You can use it with any tool. What you can do is that if, let's say, you are using ChatGPT or you are using Perplexity, whatever, you can ask ChatGPT to give you content slide wise. You can take that content and go down to Gamma and create a presentation there itself also. Since there is a shortage of time here, I cannot go ahead with explaining you this entire process. But yes, this can be done. So Gamma can actually you can even ask Gamma to create the content as well. It has already inbuilt AI. But my experience with Gamma creating content for the presentation is not really good. So that is why what I do is I create content on Claude or even Perplexity and bring that content to Gamma, and then Gamma creates a presentation for you. Okay, so moving ahead, I am again going to use two tools here. One is Claude and then another is Claude Code, right? So what I've done is, again, let's say uh, now, since not much have been done for the MCA students, but I am taking the example of an MBA. Like, you are a senior full stack engineer at Razorpay with 12 years of experience. This is the role I want it to play. I'm an MCA student building a URL shorteners, something like Bitly, as my final year project. And before writing code, help me with tech stack recommendation, explain why each choice, system architecture, database schema, API endpoints, and folder structure, right? What are the constraints? Achievable in 3 weeks for one person. And don't over engineer, portfolio worthy, right? We really don't want it to go really deep, but just for portfolio worthy. So let me see what it does. Now, what are we going to do here is it will give you some tech stack recommendation, what stack you require to create this kind of a application, the system architecture, everything. And what are we going to do is we will pick that recommendation, architecture, schema, endpoints, and go down to Claude Code to actually build that. It has already started. Let me create the architecture diagram, then a full design document, which is better for analysis, Grok, or Perplexity. Okay, so my experience says that when you are doing analysis or research, always go with Perplexity. Since Perplexity, like I said earlier, it does a really really deep research for you guys. But still, I'm not demeaning other tools as well, because when somebody asks me this question, which is a better tool, I always say that a better tool is a tool which works for you, right? And whatever answer you require, if Grok is giving you that kind of an answer, then Grok is for you. If Claude is giving you that kind of an answer, then Claude is for you, right? So first, what I would suggest is that start using all the tools, because all these tools have free versions. ChatGPT, Claude, Gamma, Grok, Perplexity, even DeepSeek. Start using their free versions, put a prompt, same prompt in all the versions, and then compare it. If you feel that ChatGPT is giving you a better response, then start using ChatGPT. If you say that Grok is giving you a better response, start using Grok. Something, some kind of an architecture which probably. Okay, so the time this Claude is working on this, uh, let us move on to Claude code. Okay, my audio is lagging. Am I audible properly or not? Yes. Okay, so let me just tell you how Claude code works. Okay, so let me share my screen one second. Okay, so can you see a terminal opened on my screen? Okay. Now what happens is, now this is called a terminal. Since I'm using a MacBook, so I'm using a terminal. People who have a Windows, they have something called a PowerShell, or even sometimes it is called terminal or a command prompt as well. So this is a terminal on my MacBook. Now to use Claude code, so what I have to do is on terminal, I just have to write Claude, CLAUDE. This is the prompt. This is properly, command based system, right? So there is no drag and drop here. There is no UI UX here. Simple, very simple, text based tool terminal. So if I want to use Claude code, what I have to do is I just write down Claude here and hit enter. It says it want to access my files. I say okay, yes. Okay. Now it has started Claude. See, it has written Claude code here. This is Claude code. Now what Claude code does is you can do with simple prompting, with simple plain English, I would say, you can ask Claude code to do a lot of work. The one which we were doing using Claude tool, the same thing can be done in Claude code. But what is the beauty of Claude code is that this is a tool which is used particularly for developers, right? I have used this tool to create websites as well. But people who have a you know background in development, who use different technologies like React, Tailwind, Python, all these technologies, So this particular tool can actually work on those technologies, but you do not have to write a single line of code here, right? Just with plain simple English, you can even create an app here, you can create a website, you can do anything here, right? So what I really want to do is, let's say this Claude code I'm using, and I want it to create a small website for me. So what I'll do is, again, this now here you do not have to work on the format what we have learned till now, the RCT FC prompting pattern, because this does not work on that particular prompting or the format. Now what it does is that, very plain simple English, you just have to give a task. Let's say you want to ask design a single page website for my company, the growth lab, right? So my company is a lead generation agency working with industries like IT, SaaS, um, EdTech, D2C, right? Uh, Now I want it to create a single page website, and I want it to deploy it also. So, okay, I'll take the deployment part next, but I really wanted to design the single page website. I hit enter, it will start creating a website for me. Now, I do not know what exactly goes behind, building a proper website. I am just writing it in very plain, simple English. It will ask for a couple of things to you. Always say yes, because it is trying to access different files here. So it will start crunching on it, and let us see what it comes up with. Okay, so till the time it is going, since we are very short of time, uh, I'll just pick up a very important part here. And also, I'll cover one more tool, which is something called Claude for Chrome. What I really want you guys to do is that, I hope that you use Chrome for your browsing. So once you're at Chrome, what you have to do is, I'll just share my screen here. One second. Okay. Now, what I really want you to do is that, this is this particular icon you see here. This is called Claude for Chrome extension. Just go down and install this extension. Since you have already created a account on Claude, it will get connected, or it will ask for some authentication, and it will bring the icon here. Now, since all of you are doing pursuing MBA, MCA, and you would be applying for jobs, right? So, how AI can help you here is, it's very beautiful. Now, what I'll do is, I'll just go down to LinkedIn, and I'll just go down to, let's say it is your LinkedIn, and you go down to this job section. And let's say you want to uh, look for jobs who are into, let's say, marketing manager, right? Marketing manager. Hit enter. It will come up with all these all these jobs which are open. So let's say I pick up marketing and communications manager at Hyatt Regency. This is okay, right? Now what you have to do is, this is the about the job, this is the part, the job description part, right? Now what you have to do is just open this Claude extension what you had earlier installed. It will ask you to log in, and just click on login, authorize. One second. Right? Now it is login. Now what you have to do is, let's say you want to apply for this job, but before you apply, you really want to actually uh, do a little deep dive on what this particular job is all about, what all things are required. So I have one prompt which I've already written here, which is this: that summarize this job posting, extract the five most important hard skills, right? Ranked by emphasis, three soft skills that they're looking for, the experience level they actually want, red flags or deal breakers, the one thing that would make a candidate stand out, right? And it there is a small bar here which says ask before acting. I would go with act without asking, and I click on enter here. Now you see the beauty. What happens is this Claude will actually take over my entire Chrome, right? Uh, just let it review. It is reading the page, right? It is reading this particular page. It is reviewing the complete job description. Okay, now you see, if you can see here, it has given an orange border here to this particular screen. When it is an orange border, it means that this tool Claude has taken over this particular screen, and it is actually reading the content of this particular screen. Okay, till the time it is doing its job, okay, it has already come up with something. So it says, here's my breakdown. And the top five hard skills they require is revenue and sales management, hospitality or tourism industry knowledge, marketing and communication strategy, administrative skills, brand standards. Three soft skills required are interpersonal skills, problem solving, balancing multiple stakeholders. Red flags experience level they actually want is minimum 2 years as a sales manager. Red flags, this posting has several worth flagging. It is extremely vague, and the JD is extremely vague and short for a manager level role, right? It has come up with all this thing. The one thing that would make a candidate stand out is a proven track record of driving hotel revenue through integrated marketing and sales, right? Now you better understand about this job. Now with this particular information, you are better, your decision making will get better, it will improve, right? Now let's say I am one who has a 2 years of experience in hotel industry. I want this particular tool to create a cover letter and a resume for me. What I'll do is I will ask it to, let's say my name is Tejinder Singh. I have an experience of 2 years in working in a hotel. My job profile was marketing manager, right? Okay, I want you to create a cover letter and resume for me as a Google Doc, right? Simple. I have just, because time is actually short. So what I've done is I've given a very short thing. What you can do is you can actually write about you or you can paste your existing CV also to it. And what it'll do is it will create a cover letter and a resume as per the job description now. So let me give you a small tip here, that whenever you are applying for jobs, don't have one particular CV and sharing it all across the industry. So be very specific about applying for jobs. What jobs are you looking for, the designations, the profile, and then as per the profile create a cover letter and a resume, right? So that will make it more readable and more engaging. Okay, so till the time it is actually creating, it will do is, what it will do is, okay, so it says it falls outside of my this thing. Okay, so don't worry. What you can do is pick up all this thing. You can pick up all this stuff, and you can go down to Claude and ask Claude to create the CV for you, right? So pick up all this information and ask Claude to create the cover letter and the CV for you. Then once you have your CV and the cover letter, you can just go on and apply for this job. So Claude, we had given the task of creating a website. Now see, it has come up with this particular website. See, so it has come up with sections like what we do. This is the header part. It has the menu here, right? Built for high growth, from strategy to sale in scale in 4 steps. Numbers don't lie. What our clients say. See, it has already come up with the design, right? Now, what only thing that is required here is the refinement part. If you want to change the content here, you can ask Claude Code to change the content here. It will change the content for you, and then you can just have your website ready. Right? So this is all, this is even what you can do is you can do one more thing once you're applying for jobs is, let's say you apply for a job and you get a call or an email for an interview. You can have this particular prompt. I'll just write down the prompt here to, so that Claude can work as Claude can take your mock interview also. One second. Right? So now act as the hiring manager for this exact role. You have seen 200 resumes. Conduct a mock interview. Rules are: ask one question at a time, wait for my response. After each response, rate 1 to 10 and tell me what was strong, what was weak, exactly how to improve, word for word. Mix one behavioral, one situational, one domain specific. Be tough. Start with the first question, right? Now, what you do is, as per the job description, the information is already there with Cloud Code. So, okay, it says, all right, Tejinder, let's do this. Okay. So tell me about a time. This is the first question it has asked. Tell me about a time when you had to manage a marketing campaign or initiative that directly impacted hotel revenue. What was the situation? What did you do? And what was the measurable result? So, whatever answer you have, you can type down here all the answer. It will rate you and it will give you your recommendations as well. So, this is something what you can do with AI, right? So I actually wanted to cover up one more tool, which is called OpenClaw. but I think it is already 9. Uh, I'm not sure can we extend this workshop or not. Somebody can help me. Can we extend this workshop or should we keep it for some other day? Okay, guys, do you want to go ahead or do you want me to stop here? Okay, so I have mixed answers. Some are saying next day, sir. Some are saying no problem, go ahead. Uh, next day, next day. Okay, so let's do one thing. Uh, we can plan another masterclass as well, right? In that masterclass, I can, again bring up a lot of other tools and things what uh, AI can do for you. Uh, since it is already 9. Okay, so tell me, did you like the workshop? Did you find it engaging? Yes or a no? Yes, yes. Okay, useful. Okay, great, great. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I am really, really happy and to see this kind of a response. Very informative. Yes, thank you so much, guys. And I too really want, you know, to have another round of interaction with you guys. So I think this is I can actually go on and on for this particular workshop, but I really want to respect your time as well. So, ma'am, can you please take
Thank
over
you so
now?
much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was actually an engaging session, and we understood a lot about the different AI tools that can be incorporated in our world. And thank you so much, sir, once again for joining in. And as we wrap up this evening of Masterclass, I want to extend a huge, huge thank you to you, sir. Thank you for stripping away the complexity and showing us the tangible, practical power of generative AI. And to our students, please remember the tools are only as good as the person using them. So take the insights you learned today about productivity, creativity, and the AI ecosystem and start experimenting. As sir has given us a lot of links, a lot of, we can say the tools are there. And it was engaging, sir. It was amazing. The session was amazing. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure for me as well. And like I had promised for that PDF, I'll just share the link so that students can download the PDF. Just give me 1 minute. I'll share the link here in the chat. 1 second. Okay, so I am pasting this link here. This is the link in the chat box. What you guys can do is just click on this link and you can download this PDF. This has a lot of information regarding Gen AI, about 30 pages of PDF. Whatever we had covered in this particular workshop and what we even have not covered, so everything is there. And so just go ahead and you can give me your feedback after reading this PDF, using this PDF on my LinkedIn also. So that will be really good for me. Thank you so much for having me on this workshop. And I really thank you, the entire LPU online team, for this.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Dear students, please do not leave. I have already shared the feedback form as well. So you can share the PDF shared by the sir and also the feedback form link. Please go ahead, download the PDF and give us feedback on the link as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. It was an amazing session. Thank you so much, sir. We're looking forward to the next session as soon as possible.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So, dear students, you can download the PDF. Reiterating it, the PDF is available in the chat box. Apart from that, there is a link that you have to fill again with the correct registration number and the correct name of your spellings. Please go ahead and fill the feedback form. I'm sharing the form again. With this, a special thanks once again to the leadership at LPU and the Center for Distance and Online Education team for organizing this session. Thank you all for your active participation. Stay curious, stay innovative, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in.